After a refreshing swim at Lotus Creek,
to be honest, I just needed to pee. That's why I jumped into the water.
we made our way back to civilization.
Nebo is a little town, little outback town, and apparently they have a very famous hotel.
The bartender, she explained us they don't have coffee, they just have beer and soft drinks.
There, we not only found some history, but also something unexpected.
The best thing is the lady who takes care of the campground, Chrissy, she's a gem, really.
Finally, it was time to set off on our next adventure.
I love it. You know, in the morning, you start the moped, you open the throttle and you shoot this little bad boy towards the horizon.
And there was only one thing that could stop us.
Look at this train. It's loaded with coal and it's massive. It's absolutely massive.
Or maybe two.
We use this lane. Hey, how are you? We would if we could find the path.
But no one said it was going to be easy. I'm really a little bit concerned about snakes here. So we carried on and the reward was absolutely epic.
Good morning guys and welcome to another episode of this crazy adventure.
Yesterday we arrived really late at Lotus Creek, so we decided to take a swim in the morning. And man, look at this place, it's just beautiful. You have this beautiful creek, you have mighty old trees lined up along the riverbank, you have heaps of wildlife. We spotted some kangaroos this morning, different birds, and apparently no crocodiles. So now it's time for our swim.
Regarding the smell, we urgently need it, so it's time to jump into the water.
Well, some of us need it. Let's go, guys!
It's absolutely refreshing. It's a bit chilly, I would say. I nearly lost my pants when I jumped into the water, but that's part of the game as well. I feel perfect, and you?
Yeah, perfect. You don't need a shower. That's just a swim in the creek. That's all you need.
So now we get out of the water, prepare the bikes, get the bikes ready, break down our tent, and then we hit the road. Let's go! Back on the road again. And it's actually quite bumpy road, to be honest. We have no traffic at all, which is great, but a lot of roadkill. So many dead kangaroos mainly. Just a few kilometers before that was a wild hog. So that didn't look too good anymore.
It smelled pretty bad.
But this means you have to be careful, yeah? There on the side of the road is another kangaroo that's dead since a while. It's a bit flat already. It's sleeping. It's sleeping. Well, today we are going to
Nebo. Nebo is a little town, little outback town, and apparently they have a very famous hotel. It's heritage listed, so it's very old with a lot of history. And they have a little museum next to it. We don't know yet if the museum is open, but if so, we will definitely have a look there as well.
Yeah, it must be a kind of an Aussie original. So we're gonna show you the place. Let's go there. That's where we want to go. I go ahead?
Yep.
Just wait for the traffic. You know, it always hurts a little bit when you pull out in front of a car or a truck. It's just 1.1 kilometer. Not too far. We are now in Nebo, and Nebo is apparently a mining town. Do you know more, Bea?
Yes, I think I will explain later when we stop at the hotel, because it's quite an interesting history. Like probably a lot of the small villages somewhere in nowhere, where you nowadays wonder why would people live here. But back in the days there was a good reason why people decided to settle here. But yeah, more about it later.
Oh, sounds interesting. So let's find the hotel, which must be... Oh, I can see it already. This red gem over there.
Oh yeah. The end of the road.
End of the road. It's the end of the world. Oh, it's the end of the road. Oh yeah, but it
See if there's something going
looks
on.
like a nice little town, to be honest.
There's the museum.
Wow.
We have to find out if it's open. Apparently it's quite nice
Oh,
as
look at the
well.
hotel. That's beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. I think we park right in front of
Yeah.
it. Oh.
Here we go. We are now at the famous heritage Nebo Hotel, which was built back in 1886. It's a great example for the iron and timber build they had back in these days, and it's still in an absolute, untouched condition, kind of, you know. The owners changed a couple of times, but the hotel didn't, so it's really cool to look around here.
The first cattle breeders and explorers settled here at Nebo Creek in the early 1860s because the creek offered good water and grass. About 20 years later, they also found gold and copper in this area, and this was when Nebo turned into a thriving mining town and when Nebo Hotel was built.
We actually wanted to order a coffee, but they don't serve coffee.
Only soft drinks and beer, so they forced him
They
to
forced
drink
us,
beer.
or me at least, to drink beer, which is, you know, a very tough...
It's a very good excuse.
Yeah. No, well, it's the time anyway to have a beer, and in Australia in a pub you should drink beer, so everything else would be an offense, I would say.
Well,
So now-
ginger beer will do as well. I love the ginger beer.
We're gonna finish the beer and then we're gonna have a look around and check all the details of this old building.
Cheers!
You hold this map, I'll hold your hand. Take this love around the world. Don't mind those crows buzzing around your head. Nothing's gonna hurt your girl. I believe you're here for a while, then we die. But I believe this love is stronger than you and I.
We actually wanted to visit the local museum, which is just over there where the white fence is, but it's closed for today. So we're gonna call it a day as well. We go to the local campground. It's quite late already. The sun has already set. So we have a shower, we have a nice dinner, and then an early sleep. It was quite late yesterday because tomorrow we have a hike lined up and we need to be fit for that. So let's go.
Guys, are you fed up with the same old motorcycle t-shirt you can buy on every corner?
Well, then we have super good news for you, because we've already designed over 70 cool and most importantly unique motorcycle t-shirts and hoodies that are only available in our shop for motorcyclists and adventurous souls that are a little bit different.
So don't waste any time and check them out. The link is somewhere up here. And now let's head back to the adventure.
Bye bye! We just filled up and we are ready to leave Nebo. I love it. You know, in the morning you start the moped, you open the throttle and you shoot this little bad boy towards the horizon. You know? It's just amazing. Well, I'm shooting nothing right now because the fuel tap is closed. Now I'm launching the rocket again out of Nebo. Well, we had a wonderful stay at the Nebo campground. It's a great little place, you know, to get your devices charged, to refresh yourself, to have a shower, to have a meal. And we have to say it's actually quite cheap.
Yeah, we only paid $5 for the 2 mopeds and the tent, so it's really nothing. And the amenities, they're really super clean. You have hot showers, hot water. There is a washing machine as well. So actually everything you need, but the best thing is the lady who takes care of the campground, Chrissy. She's a temp, really.
Which we always call Sally for some reason, but her name is actually Chrissy.
Chrissy, yeah.
And she's the soul of the campground, you know, and traveling is always about, or that see the bigger picture, you know, life is always about the people you meet, and she was one of these wonderful persons, you know, that just makes your day. Today we are going towards Claremont. Actually, we are stopping at a natural site, which is the Wolfang Peak. So we're gonna hike up there today. It must be a bit of a difficult hike.
Quite steep and rocky in sections.
But we want to go there. It must be absolutely spectacular during sunrise. So we check it out today and see if we kind of find the path up to the top. So we are prepared for tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I researched it and apparently it's not marked. So it's very hard to find in the dark. So this is why we want to have a look now in the daytime.
And that's actually the plan.
For today.
For today. Easy. Easy. So let's go. Look at this train. There's a lot of coal mining in this area, and this train is loaded with coal, and it's massive. You know, I'm standing here since, I don't know, a minute, and it just keeps going. That's crazy. Holy shit. That's a lot of coal. So there is the end. I must check on the internet how long these trains are, but that's incredible. It's probably a kilometer or 2, or I don't know.
There we found the answer. An average coal train has unbelievable 136 wagons plus 4 electric locos, and this sums up to 1.8 kilometers of length. Isn't that incredible? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're just passing a huge, massive open pit coal mine. It's just incredible how large they are.
Well, Australia is a huge country and they have huge mines as well. You just explained it to me how much they mine every year in average.
Yeah, I read it on the sign next to the coal wagon. Some of the bigger mines here, they mine over 11 million tons per year. This number was a couple of years old already. So maybe nowadays with more modern equipment they can mine even more. It's just incredible, and that's only one mine and they have hundreds all around whole Australia. Another crazy thing is that some of the villages here, they are just built by the mining companies for the workers. They develop whole villages with supermarket, with school, with ambulances, everything.
Of course they need all the workers.
Here.
Well, that's actually, well, look at over there. Look at the dump truck, see?
Oh shit!
That's just huge.
I mean, I know dump trucks from back in Germany, but they look like toys compared to these ones. I think the tire is even double the size than we are.
Well, on our travel around the world, we've seen already a few mines. Think back to Chile.
Yeah.
The copper mine in the north of the Atacama Desert.
Yeah.
That
Open
was
pit.
huge as well, with huge dump trucks.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, makes it interesting out here, because you won't see that every day, at least not in Germany.
Actually, they closed the main highway because of this dumpers passing. Wow. Whoa. Holy shit. There's another one coming. It's just incredible.
Open the window, set yourself free. You're never alone when you follow a dream. Breathe it all out now, your hair in the breeze. You can run, 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 you can fly away, you can be. Oh, we wander, oh, we roam. We take the road, we make our home. Together, we're never alone. We take the road, we make our home.
So the mountains you see here, they are all part of the Peak Range National Park, which is a chain of very stunning and picturesque mountains, and one of them is our goal for today.
We are now at the Wolfang Peak, which is this tiny little rock over there.
Oh, it's not tiny at all, it's pretty high and pretty steep.
It looks beautiful, and it looks like a fang. That's probably where the name comes from. So now we check out where the parking area is. And then we find out where to go.
Parking normally should be over there, but there was a sign, pedestrian access somewhere here. Where? It looks absolutely stunning because the landscape here is very flat. And though these peaks, even they are not very high, they are very prominent. Ah, there's a sign.
There's the sign.
There, but I think you can't see. But is there an entrance?
Well, there is an entrance.
Okay.
Yeah.
There are a lot of ants. Woo, and a big rock in the middle. Be careful. But there's no entrance here. Like, entrance.
Peak Range National Park. Wolfang Peak section.
Follow the road a little bit this direction, maybe, because there's no entrance.
Pedestrian access only. Well,
Here are some wheel tracks.
yeah, but probably from the former.
Some big rocks. Oh, well, a little bit bigger rocks. To be a little bit careful. I'm not sure if there's an entrance somewhere.
But I think that's just the track for the fencing.
Yeah,
They use for the fencing, yeah.
because there's no
I'm very sure
entrance nowhere.
that's not where we want to go, you know.
So it's not only that the hike is not marked, even the entrance is very hard to find.
Yeah, we can't find it. I think we go back.
Yes?
Yes.
Want to be part of the adventure?
For business inquiries, please email us at info@timetoride.de.
Now we are back where we've been before. And let's try it again. Let's try it this way. So let's see, we'll follow this road. If we have more success here. Super beautiful here with the peak. Like a little bit like in a Western movie.
Yeah, the Wild Wild West. Apparently there are not many visitors hiking the Wolfang Peak, because otherwise, because Australia actually has quite good hiking paths, well marked, but not here.
Not sure. Continue for a little bit further.
No overtaking or
but-
passing.
I was wondering
That's funny.
how you would overtake someone on a road like this. But now I think we are leaving the area again. Like it doesn't look like this leads.
More on the farm property over there.
Yeah, I think so.
So
No, that can't be.
that can't be
Correct.
right.
Because I think, oh yeah, there's a farmer coming. Or a car.
Well, that
I think we turn around anyway.
maybe he
Or we
can
ask.
help us. Hey, how are you? We would if we could find the path. That's a problem?
Yeah, a little bit. You might as well park the bikes down here, or if you want, there's not much of a track, but you might as well go up that way. Follow the fence
Uh-huh.
and climb it.
Okay.
They would prefer you to climb it on this side, but
No.
it's a mess. Paths and everything, you won't be able to get there. So that's where I would go.
Okay.
Up this way.
So we're gonna have a look at the fence over there and check the...
Don't go past the grid.
Okay.
So you just turn to your left, you get to the grid, and just follow up here. Yeah,
Perfect.
that'll be the closest.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'll pick up my stuff, but if you have any trouble,
Yeah.
I'll be back here in about probably 10 minutes.
If the bikes are parked over there in the next week, maybe you look after us.
I'll be back tomorrow morning.
Ah. Well, we're gonna come back. We actually just wanted to check out the path and come back tomorrow for sunrise. So if you see the bikes tomorrow morning, we are back again. Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much. If you're not gone tomorrow, call the helicopter. Yeah, that's for sure. You heard it, Bea?
Yeah. I have no clue where there should be a hiking trail along the fence, but yeah, the lady was very nice and helpful.
Well, there is no hiking trail. She just said we should follow
Thank
the
you.
fence because that's the closest one.
Okay. So we go back and have another look.
So then we go back. Well, that's the great thing with these little bikes. You just turn them around wherever you want. But yeah, Australians are all very helpful.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So past the grid. And then follow the fence. Ah, yeah, there's the fence more or less on the left side. So this must be it. I think we just followed the tracks, the car tracks up there.
Car tracks?
You know, they have the car tracks for fencing.
I can't see any kind of track.
You will see in a second.
Okay.
See?
We followed the lady's directions, but in our research we found several hiking routes to the summit and they all seem to start on the other side next to the highway. From there, once you reach the base of the mountain, should be some red and white arrows marking the way up.
Well, I would say, like the lady said, we just have to walk this way.
Yeah, but it's crazy, isn't it?
You see the caves up there? That's where we actually wanted to go.
Maybe
There are
just
quite a
go
few.
until the peak here so we can have a look on the other side. Just a bit worried about snakes in the high grass here.
Probably there are snakes.
Yeah, and we can't see them.
Oh, that's true.
So it just continues like this, doesn't it?
Yeah. Just continues like this.
Okay, then
So here we are probably the
I
closest
think we just stop
we get.
for a second and think about what to do.
Yeah, that's right.
Whew.
We checked on Google now because, well, here is just bushland. There's no path at all. We could walk up there, but there must be somewhere a starting point we've seen, and it's not here. So we go back now and go to the main highway, and apparently it must be here. So more or less on the other side. And if we find it, we're gonna try to hike up there, but we won't have much time left. So it's 4:15. In an hour the sun will start to go down, so we have to hurry a little bit. Let's go. So all the way back.
Yoo.
Bumpy, bumpy, bumpy. This is the adventure our bikes were made for 50 years ago.
To ride a fence line in Australia. A fence line track in Australia.
Yes. It's a drover bike.
Actually, this direction looks a lot nicer, the view.
Probably have 10 broken spokes again.
Don't say this. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy then.
So we are circling around this peak, and hopefully in 500 meters we find the right spot. Because for sunrise we have to walk, or we have to hike up there in the dark. So if we can't find the track now, we won't find it in the dark at all. So that's the major point. Well, here is a kind of a parking area. There's a car
Try,
behind you.
because there's cars coming in the back. Is this the place you marked?
Yes. So here we go. Let's have a look around if here's a better.
But it looks like it's all fenced, so I'm really not sure if there's an entrance at all, to be honest.
I will just have a look around and see if I can spot any walking tracks or something like that. I'm very sure that this pink strap marks the access to the Wolfang Peak. I've been inside there and already seen another one, but you have to walk just through the scrubs here, through the bush. So I will go back now and talk with Bea about our plans, if we go there or if we don't. So I will give it a go now. I have 20 minutes of daylight left. Then I have to return, but at least I want to give it a go, give it a try.
try to find an access to the peak, because if I won't find an access today, we won't try tomorrow morning in the dark. That's just, well, that's just too crazy. So I need to hurry up. Bea stays here with the bikes. So let's go. There are some tracks leading in this direction, but these are probably animal tracks or cattle tracks. So it's for sure not a hiking track or hiking trail. I'm really a little bit concerned about snakes here. So you need to be careful, that's for sure. Rule number one walking through the Australian bush is to wear good shoes and long pants, good pants. So if you do encounter a snake, you are kind of protected, you know. So that's what I'm wearing right now. But I'm still a little bit concerned, of course, about snakes. We don't have that much experience as maybe Australians have. I don't know when or which time these snakes are moving or where they actually live. So they probably are here in the grass for sure. So just keep an eye open and yeah, wish me luck. Now it's time to turn back. I will keep going a few meters up there, because if there is an access, it can't be that far away. And as I said, there must be a sign. I hiked on to the foot of Wolfang Peak, from where I enjoyed a fantastic view of the surrounding valley. However, as the sun sets very quickly here and I couldn't spot any signs or markers, I eventually turned around. But I wasn't disappointed, because sunset made up for everything. John Lennon once said, "Life is what happens while you're busy making other plans." And often, plans may not work out, but it's up to us to make still the best of them. Welcome to Timetoride. We are Bea and Helmut, and this is probably the weirdest adventure since the invention of two-stroke mixture. Like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on our next episode, but don't run away, we've got plenty of outtakes for you. Cheers, guys.
When you do these scenes half naked, you always have to present yourself from the best side, which means, good morning, guys. This is another epic episode of this crazy adventure.
Don't breathe.
We are very professional.
We actually just got into the water because we needed to pee.
No, that's not true. Or maybe it is.
That's what women always say.
So, have you ever peed into a creek when you went for a swim?
Put it into the comments. I would say for sure it's just men that are answering.
That answer, honestly.
The camera is placed here in a very, I would say, dangerous position.
Hovering over the water.
Yeah, and I always have to take care not to fell over it and then drop it into the water.
You know, you set up the camera, you're prepared to talk, the microphones are ready to go, and then someone comes along and talks to you for half an hour. And you are like, well, my battery is gonna be flat, and I have to keep going.
So Nebo turned into a thriving mining town, and this was when Hotel Nebo Hotel, shit.
Pressed the wrong button and you were gone. Sorry, that was, you know, a habit. Normally when you start talking, I press this button and then you're gone. but no one could tell us how to get up to this, well, peak of this little thing. Shit.
The peak of the peak.
Peak of the peak. They have some massive spiders here, and they have their net between these trees. So you have to be careful not to walk into one. Crazy. Australia is just crazy.
If you enjoyed watching this episode, please like, subscribe and leave us a comment.
And if you want to support future episodes, just hit the thanks button here on YouTube. Your support is greatly appreciated.
And now, back to the adventure.